Good morning, Stonegate staff. I want to walk you through a spreadsheet real fast so that you have some time to look at it in anticipation of our staff meeting tomorrow. Thought it'd be good to get it out to you early so that you can kind of sift through it if you have a few moments. And I hope that you will. I think our dialogue and time to work with the data would be more useful during the staff meeting than presenting it. So in our first tab, this is our growth report for the entire district. You can see kind of where things lie. And this is elementary math as measured by ISTEP. Then here we have our own for our school. Again, elementary math, our growth data. And you'll notice that our proficiency summary here, our achievement, is still pretty high. That large number of kids in that pass plus and pass area. And then growth, pretty lopsided toward that low growth. In comparison, our ELA data shows similar proficiency, but almost flip-flopped in growth. So I think that tells us some things about what we can think about, how we can improve and target goals for us. Hopefully, looking at ISTEP scores just a little bit. In this case, it's mastery and mastery percentages. That can give us some similar information. I also thought this was valuable because we can drill it down by goal area. However, it's important to realize that the validity here and the conclusions we can draw is not quite as tight, I guess, or quite as valid as we might like. I mean, this mastery percentage is on this test. These kids, this test, and then down here, these kids on this test. So comparing mastery to mastery, it's not a completely valid comparison, but I think it gives us some ideas of areas where we see a little bit of comparative negative growth. And again, not in necessarily a completely valid one-to-one way, but in a way that can help our conversation go. And then similar kinds of things in the aggregate for NWEA. Scores and cohorts, our cohorts are color-coded here for you to see. And then likewise drill down into goal area, as you saw with ISTEP. Again, some of the same kinds of qualifiers, I guess. And really where this I think is the most valuable bit of information when we're looking at growth in NWEA, because it's designed to measure student growth. And this does it in larger groups so that we see numbers. It doesn't tell us if a kid moved in between RIT bands. It doesn't tell us how far a kid moved. I mean, a kid could have moved from 200 to 201 and jumped a RIT band here. But that's where our data boards and being able to look at individual student numbers and data is going to be really important for us. So this, in the broader level, hopefully will lead to some more conversation as we look at those individual kids. The last tab is demographics. Nothing that is prescriptive about this, but simply just a part of the conversation. Sort of cross-hatched Stonegate here, and also the blue highlights indicate which school is the highest in each individual category. There's some factors that sort of influence that in one case or the other, but again, nothing that's prescriptive, but certainly a part of the conversation. So we'll look at this in a little bit more depth at our staff meeting, and hopefully give you some time to process it and talk it through. But wanted to share it with you early. I will have the spreadsheet attached to the same email so that you can look at that. Thank you.